Hello everybody, this is Everyday Taipei, and today we are going to go back to Dongmen. So just to show you where it is in relation to everything, Taipei 101 is here, Sheila Night Market is here, and Taipei Main Station is here. So Dongmen is on the red line off of the Dongmen exit. This is Yongkang Street, where we had the video last time. We're going to take a left, we're going to go up this street, take a right, get briefly on the street that we were on in the previous video, and then end at this beef noodle shop. Very famous place. Let's check it out. This street might look familiar to you guys. If you've seen the last video on Dongmen, we were on this street, Yongkang Street, and we passed this very iconic building to our left, which is Smoothie House, the Taiwanese shave ice shop. It's not as busy at the moment. It's not summer. It's not super hot, although the last 3 days in Taipei have been amazing. 70, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And for everywhere else in the world, that is, gonna say 21 degrees Celsius, I think. Yeah, so it's been amazing. The weather's been perfect. Before that, it's been rainy and cold for like the last month and a half or so, so it's been very nice. We come through here, we're gonna take a left, and this is where we diverge from our Yongkang Street. We're gonna enter the park here and get greeted by the mascots of the park, I'm guessing. Not too sure. I made this recording on a Monday, so it's a little bit less busy than it would be on a weekend. If you do come here, expect there to be a lot more people and a lot less places to sit. So you can see that there are benches and there are places along the wall where you can sit, and there is a lot of choice right now because it's Monday at around 4 o'clock. So we have that luxury, but if you do decide on coming here during the weekend, there will be a lot fewer places to sit. That being said, we're coming up on the first kind of area I'd like to show you guys besides the park, where a lot of people are playing and hanging out and having fun. There's two kind of nice restaurants, I'd say, for the area. Not nice, casual and good food. But first I want to show you guys the rest of the park here. See a couple of benches, a couple of people bringing their dogs. It's a nice community park. There's this kind of circular thing. Maybe it was a fountain before. I'm not too sure, but now it's just been transitioned to kind of just like this seating area. In the Christmas time, there was like a light decoration there, which is pretty nice. This place, 8% Cafe and Angel 5 Pizzeria, very good. I've had the pizza there. I like it. Pizza can be kind of an interesting thing here. They have crazy toppings. I'm not like that. I do enjoy it, but it's not really my thing. But that place is traditional Italian. This place usually has a line to the end of the street here. It's like a dessert tofu with like boba, and it has like peanut shavings. You can see from the picture here. You can order it, and then you can either eat it in the restaurant or you can eat it in the park. So they give it to you, and you can go and eat it somewhere outside if the weather is nice. I've done that. It's awesome. Highly recommended. I think it's one of those places that everyone just goes to. Whereas the pizza place is just another restaurant. Coming up this street, I wanted to show you guys this place, this Scones place. Scones is kind of a trendy food at the moment. It's kind of marked. It's kind of an expensive thing that you see around here, and if you see any of those places, any of those types of foods in any coffee shop, expect them to be pretty good, but also very expensive and on the smaller side. So those scones are, how big? Maybe 3 inches in diameter or so, 3.5 inches, 4 inches? No, 3 inches or so. Very small, and I would say like $2 to $3 each. And if you want to get jam or like butter, that'll be another like $1 or so. So but I've had the scones there, and they're actually pretty good. They're really nice. A lot like the ones you'd expect somewhere in the United States. And so that's why I kind of highlighted it. I do like the scones there. They are a little bit expensive. Yeah, I tried that place out. I think it's relatively new. They have a little seating area. That's all right. Coming up to our right is a Mongolian hot pot place, which I want to try out, but it was closed at the moment. This street here has a little bit less retail stuff and a lot more, I think, cafes. So we had the scone place, we have this place that's highly rated on Google Maps, this coffee shop on the corner here, but actually there's another coffee shop at the end called Yabu Coffee, which I really like because they have a cat, a resident cat that you can see here, and he's just hanging out. I went there a couple times. They had Basque style cheesecake there, which was really good, and they had a little heat pad out, and the cat was just resting there, and you can go and pet him if you want to. It's not necessarily a cat cafe, they just have cats that you can pet. As you can see, here's another cafe. I've never been to it, I actually don't know too much about it. I just kind of, during this walk, I just stumbled upon it, so I wanted to show you guys what it was. I'm not too sure. Right next to it is a barber shop that's pretty cool, trendy. It's closed at the moment, you can see, but this is kind of what the alleys kind of look like shooting off of Yongkang Street. There's like a mix of residential and some things that were converted to a store shop. So it's not going to be like everything's going to be retail, or you go off the street, you're going to like find all this stuff. You kind of have to walk away, you'll bump into something, and then you walk some more. And this is a little bit more stuff. So we're coming up on Yongkang Street again. This will look kind of familiar to you if you've seen the video. This coffee shop to the left here with the white sign is really nice. They had an IU jelly place in the summer that was awesome. IU jelly is kind of like this jelly, but it doesn't melt. It's natural gelatin that comes from a fruit here in Taiwan. It's always kind of an event whenever you see it. So you can tell the real ones are real because they don't melt. And so that's why if you're going to like a night market or something, you'll see these big blocks of like this yellow jelly, and you'll wonder to yourself why it's not melting. There's no refrigeration. It's probably because it's real. Yeah, so a lot of changes happened here. I know construction is a big topic that I always talk about in all of my videos. There's always something being made or built, and so actually, since I made the last video, something kind of crazy happened. This park went away. So you can see in my last video, the park was there. Now it's not. I came here 4 years ago and saw that park, and it just seems like a place where you Dante Coffee to the right. Remember that because I'm going to talk about it a little bit later. But it just seems like the park seems like a place that has been there for a while and kind of just going to stay the way it is. And you find that a lot in Taipei, that things will just spring out of nowhere or just change instantly. So you see a lot of mom and pop shops that you think have been there for a long time, or you've seen like this park that I feel like would have just stayed there forever. You kind of get that feeling from it, and then it changes and a new shop comes in, or like in this case it's like an apartment building. I hope they keep the kind of like social space there, because I kind of like it. It's, you know me, I always want like public seating someplace, especially in like a grab and go type of society like Taipei is. You kind of want to have a place where you can go and take your food and eat it. It's nice, right? So I was really surprised. So like first time I came here was maybe 4 years ago for 2 weeks, and I've been down this street, I saw it. Since then I've moved here, been here for about 2 years or so, and so yeah, it's just, I was walking and then I was surprised when I saw it. It's kind of crazy. This building to the left here looks really kind of mysterious, but it's a university or a school. I know international students go there. I'm not too sure what it's about. I don't know what courses they have, but it's a portion of a university. To the right, this like black looking building with the red kind of thing is a izakaya. It looks kind of like historically preserved. I'm not too sure, but I've heard it's pretty good. It's got good reviews on Google Maps. I don't know if I've said this before, but no one uses Yelp here. It's not as big. We usually use Google Maps. And no one has their own website. It's very rare. Usually it's on Facebook, which was really odd to me when I first came here. It still, I guess, kind of is, but I guess I'm more used to it. It just feels kind of weird as like a Westerner, I guess, to think that your main web page is on Facebook. Like that is your main point of interaction with people. You want them to go, because you'll see it on Google Maps. Their main website is their Facebook page. They'll put it up there, and so it's a little bit odd. Not the craziest thing. If you remember Smoothie House, we were talking about Smoothie House. We passed in the beginning. To the left, you see this yellow sign here? That's the second location of Smoothie House. So it's about a block removed from the other one. In the summertime, it gets pretty busy. So they'll probably redirect traffic there, or if there's any space, they'll just tell you to go to this one. Honestly, I think in the last video I told you I was an Ice Monster person if I had to choose one, and so I haven't been to the second or even the first location, to be honest with you. Actually, another big change that happened in this area is that Ice Monster is no longer here. On that previous video on the main street, there was an Ice Monster, but they have since closed down because of COVID and because this area is a tourist location. There hasn't been so much traffic. Maybe it's an expensive rent. The rent is expensive, so they closed down. Yeah, they closed down at the beginning of the year. And so, kind of sad about that. I like that place. Very expensive, but I still like that place. One of the casualties of the times that we live in. We are coming up on our last stop. This place to the right on the corner is kind of cool. It's a soy milk specialty, like soy milk shop. So they have different types of soy milk, and they have like a soy milk soft serve, which is really nice. And they always look really nice and put together, their stores. What's funny is they have two in this area too. So they have this one, and then in the last video is actually at the end of Yongkang Street. So I don't know why they doubled up here, but they seem to like it. To the left is a school and a bunch of basketball courts. A lot of people play there on the weekends. It's kind of busy. It's a cool thing. There's this big, like, bear on the building. I don't know. That's really cute and cool. There are no students there right now. It's currently winter break for them. So they have winter break and they have Chinese New Year, so it's a really long break for them. But we're coming up on our final destination. If you see this yellow sign here, this is Yongkang beef noodle soup. If you are planning to come here, you probably come across a list that has this on it. It's pretty famous, and I'd say actually not that busy, to be honest. I've never had a problem really getting a seat there, so I highly recommend it. It's really good. We're gonna end it here, and I hope you enjoyed it. We just showed you the alleys of this area. If you have any other places you'd like to see, put it in the comments. I'd try to check it out. Other than that, I'll be seeing you.